What's going on, beautiful people? It's your boy here, Wesley from A Connection TV here on YouTube, the one place in the World Wide Web where we actually adopt similar connections despite our differences. And I'm here to give y'all a little deeper dive into this horribly edited show we call Baddies USA. Yeah, you want to talk about it? Let's talk about it. Now, I believe this is episode 7, Watch Your Mouth. And when we last left off, first of all, hey, how y'all doing, y'all? Y'all doing good? I hope y'all doing great. I had a great vacation. I had a great cruise. I'm doing well with my travel agency company and, or being a travel agent, I should say. And I met some great, phenomenal people. I did. Shout out to all the Black travel agents that are doing their thing. It was one of the very few times where I was actually in a space where all the Black people do the same thing, but they were so willing to give out information and help me out as the new first mate first year. And we was breaking bread with each other. It was so dope. I've never been in a space where, as a collective, a unified group of people that are doing the same thing, where Black people actually help each other. White people don't have any problems. In my experience, white people don't have no problems, but Black people can be a little stingy sometimes. But that wasn't the case. So shout out to all of the first maids. We got Jasmine, we got Rich, we got Lynette, and we got Stanley from YouTube. The celebrities from YouTube, they was there too. And they were so kind and dope. Like, and we all Leos. It was a great time. It was a great ass time. I'm gonna do a video about my trip. So shout out to them. But let's get into it. We start this episode off where we left off, and that's with Tommie having her friends or her friends deciding to jump or bar guard or however you want to call it. Tommie making it seem like she don't know nothing about it. But okay. Anyways, the girls jumped and apparently Cold Killer was the one that was getting it in the most or having to defend herself the most. And mariahlynn ran after them to try to get in, but it was a lot going on and it was broken up and the girls was put back into the car and the car drove off. Tommie like, yeah, I don't know nothing about it. I'm just an innocent bystander. You know how Tommie is. You know how Tommie. Oh, but for the right reason, Cold Killer is feeling some sort of way. She like, this is not what I do. I don't bring bitches to a fight. I bring niggas to a fight. So I'm like, all right, it's about to be a problem. Fauna yelling, you a weird bitch for that. You a weird bitch for that. You a weird bitch for that. Maybe I got some tea. And we're gonna get into it when it get there. We're gonna get into it when they get there, because baby, I just found out mad shit, and I'm just like, Zeus is trash for not showing it all. But anyway, tidbit of information number 1. All right, the whole bag situation with Noo-Noo, because apparently, after everything happens with Tommie and the girls, they traveling, they gotta go to a venue, right? They going to a venue, and so Noo-Noo had her bag in one of the trucks or whatever. And she get on that truck that they sell on, and her bag is not there. She looking for her bag from the item she got from the boutique. All right. At this point, I'm speaking from another baddie's perspective because this is information that they gave me. All right, boom. So Noo-Noo, she can't find her bag. She feel that her bag is on the other bus, right? So she get off the bus and she go on that bus. This is what we don't see. She go on that bus rummaging through the women's bags or whatever. So she's asked, what are you looking for? Like, how can I help you find it? What are you looking for? Noo-Noo goes, I'm paraphrasing, my bag, I can't find my bag. I know I had it on this bus. And, the person's like, well, no, you didn't have a bag on this bus because you wasn't on this bus. All the people that was on the bus was Tavi, Fauna, and Killer, right? And Noo-Noo goes off like, yeah, nah, I don't know what you're talking about. I was on this bus, blah, 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 blah. And she's like, no, you wasn't on this bus. You know what I'm saying? Your stuff is not on this bus. I'm just trying to tell you your stuff is not on this bus. So Noo-Noo feeling some sort of way, right? And so as she's walking away, she's mouthing off at the person that was on the bus, like Tavi. She's mouthing off at Tavi that was on the bus. And Tavi's like, what? What's going on? Like, what happened? Or whatever. Because she's confused with why Noo-Noo is walking away mouthing off at her, right? So then Noo-Noo turns around and she started bucking, and she started mentioning Cole Rican. No, what's her name? Cole K Rican. Not Cole Rican. K Rican. And don't you got issues with K Rican and this, that, and the third, or whatever the case may be. Right? We don't see this. We don't hear none. We don't even hear K Rican's name on none of this, right? So she barking at Tavi. Tavi barking back. Fauna get up because she hear K Rican's name mentioned, right? And so you would think that it would be weird, like when did Tavi and K Rican have a problem with each other to where Noo-Noo was involved and to where Noo-Noo know this information? Well, back in the way days, baby. Back in the way days, baby, a lot was going on between Rican mouthing off to, Tavi and Noo-Noo and this, that, and the third, right? And so Tavi and K Rican had an issue with each other. Okay. So I was paraphrasing in my notes too, because there was a lot of specifics said. So at the end of the day, Rican and Tavi had an issue with each other back in the way day, in the Africa days, and at Baddies Africa times. They were saying that they was gonna fight each other, right? But before the reunion happened, Tavi and Rican had squashed their beef, right? And apparently Noo-Noo had found out about this because, Noo-Noo had her issues with Rican or whatever. And so when things were being discussed between Tavi and Fauna, Tavi was telling Fauna that she was gonna beat Rican up and it was gonna be a thing with Rican. And Fauna was like, yeah, no, don't do that, don't do that, don't, Rican is cool, blah, 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 y'all can work it out. Fauna had said that she herself had issues with Rican, so she understood what was going on or whatever, right? So boom, Fauna and Rican and Tavi made up, right? But Noo-Noo had already knew that they had beef before because she still got beef with Rican. So Noo-Noo brought this up in the argument on the bus, which made Fauna pipe up because Fauna's on this. Don't mention my name in front of me or else it's gonna be your head. So she mentioned Rican's name or whatever, trying to be messy with Tavi, knowing that Tavi and Rican had already made up. Because she bucking at Tavi now because of whatever. She trying to find her bag or whatever the case may be. But so Fauna get up and she like, nah, I don't want to hear nothing what you got saying, blah, 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 blah. They going back and forth. Then Fauna closed the door or try to close the door on the whole thing, right? But the issue was Tavi's leg was in the way. So Fauna was coming up, reaching over Tavi, trying to close the door. And Tavi was like, nah, don't do that. I'm having a conversation right here. Don't you see me? This is, I'm doing this right now. Fauna didn't want to hear that. She wanted the door to be closed. So that was what was going on in that particular instance. We didn't know that. The reason why Tavi and Noo-Noo was going at it was because Noo-Noo was on a bus looking for her bags. Tavi was telling her, asking her what you're looking for. I can help you out. Your bag is not on here. The only stuff that is on here that belongs to the three of us. Tavi, Cold Killer, and Fauna. Noo-Noo like whatever. She got off the bus and she started barking as she walking away to Tavi. Tavi get up and now she's barking. We didn't know none of this, right? As to what was going on. But then Noo-Noo was being messy because she threw up the whole the whole Tavi and Rican situation. And that's when Fauna get up. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna talk about some more in the Tavi video. I'm gonna do a Tavi video about all the jumping, the auditions and the fights, because I know about that too. So I'm gonna do a deeper dive into that when I talk about Tavi specifically. But this is just for the review. I want to stick with the review. We get to Summer and Rollie talking. Didn't know that this was finna happen because didn't they have beef just an episode or so ago? And don't they got beef now? So whatever. Maybe they squashed it because liquor was involved and it was what it was. Rollie has a conversation with Summer. About tesehki and March. Now, we all know that Summer is anti-tesehki and pro-March. So we get all of that. We understand Summer's perspective, and that's cool. We understand Rollie's perspective as a friend. She trying to make sure that tesehki is cool because March was trying to kick in the head. I didn't see not one time with a foot hit tesehki's head, but whatever. Summer's on some. March defended herself very, very well. And I can agree to that. March did do better than the last time, but tesehki still was throwing her around everywhere like she was a rag doll. So two truths can exist at the same time. Boom. Then we get into Lex and Dolly and what's going on with them, right? Summer says that she didn't really have an issue with the fact that they didn't fight for her. Her main issue and her not wanting to be friends anymore, which is not how she's speaking now. She's not speaking on that now. She's speaking a very different tune now. But she's on some like, I can't continue to be friends with people if they just want me to change who I am, and I'm the problem, I'm the issue, and I'm bringing all the havoc and the chaos. If I'm the problem, and y'all want me to change so much, then I will remove myself from the group. It just could be what it's going to be. Then Rollie is on some like she feels that Summer and Dolly enabled Summer. But in my mind, I'm like, you can't enable a grown ass. Well, I mean, you could try to, and I guess that could be considered an excuse. But for me, if you're a grown person, you like the enabling is really interesting. I don't know. But maybe Lex and Dolly did have a little bit more power, at least in the Africa days where something could have been done. But hell, Dolly was throwing shit on people. So could something really have happened? You know what I'm saying? Like, could peace really have been made and Summer really changed? Summer then says she's working on herself and she's just going to take a step back away from the girls. I don't know how long this working on yourself really happened. Like, did it work? I don't know, because we got the Summer that we got today. But it is what it is. Tavi and Cold Killer walked the streets in New York. Nice change, nice switch up on the set. But I feel like they sat down and really not talk about anything. You know what I'm saying? How are you? How you doing? I'm good. The sun is out. Yeah, the sun is out. How you feel about Tommie? Man, I got to speak to Tommie because there's a lot going on right now. And they get up and walk away. Like, to me, that's really what the conversation was. There was nothing like groundbreaking that happened, other than Smiley playing, not being an opener now, and she not being an opener now. I just was like, okay, was there a point to this conversation, or is this just a filler? It felt like a filler to me. But whatever, it was a cute setting, and it was nice to see those two ladies talk. Noo-Noo and Fauna. I kind of understand both sides, but then again, I don't understand both sides. It's like a tie. Because I understand why they're talking. They need a scene, right? They need a different scene. I don't understand Fauna's stance. I promise you I don't. Because Cold Killer was the one that stepped in online towards Noo-Noo regarding Rican. So why is Fauna in the mix? Because Rican is her friend? I guess. But isn't the issue really with Noo-Noo and Killer? Why is Fauna there? That's my question. I'm not sure. Noo-Noo get her glam thinking that everything's sweet. She don't care. She trying to look cute. Fauna in his room pressing you, though. She said, I thought we had an understanding. Like, I told you not to move this way, bitch. Noo-Noo said, no, way, it wasn't no understanding. It was a talk. Fauna said it was an understanding. Noo-Noo said it was a talk. Fauna says it was an understanding. Noo-Noo said it was a talk. At this point, I don't see why we still talking, Noo-Noo. Why you got this little girl stunning you is my question. I don't understand that. Where is the big belly badass from Caribbean that ain't taking no shit from no broad? But Noo-Noo's still in the chair trying to get her hair done, and she looking cute. I'm confused with this Noo-Noo. I'm confused with her. Noo-Noo talking about I didn't do anything, I wasn't checking temperature. No, she said I was checking temperature. Your girl said nothing to me, so that was that. That's not what you call checking temperature. Because you're not checking anything. You just feeling what the temperature is, but you're not checking it. You can say I was feeling the temperature. I ain't need no coat. It was nothing going on. You know what I'm saying? But that's not what you said. You said you was checking temperature. Checking temperature is to check the broad. You got a problem, man? That's checking temperature. I don't know what Noo-Noo's argument was. She thought she was standing on. But Fauna was right on that. Noo-Noo wasn't checking no counter temperature. Fauna was also right again. Why it took you a couple of days to come back and be like, you got a problem. Then Noo-Noo like, well, because I want to see what's the tea. You haven't said anything to me. Now I'm curious. No. That's not why that happened. I'm of the belief that the reason why all these girls are bucking up is because they have been told that they are not doing enough. Hearing it again, you got Rollie being the voice that's saying that they're not doing enough, but that really wasn't the voice that said that, let's be clear. That wasn't, okay? Somebody else said that the girl's not doing enough, so Rollie translated that, right? Hearing she just told Noo-Noo that she wasn't doing enough, now you really know where that's coming from. Now, when we get in the kitchen, you're going to start doing something because you're not doing enough. The girls were told that they were not doing enough. I'm telling you, they were told this. Okay, some of the girls, I can't. Okay, I'm gonna just leave it alone. I guess I'm acting like the editors, not filling in the gaps, but I can't because certain things I can't say certain things. But I'm gonna let y'all know that the girls were told that they wasn't doing enough. You know what I'm saying? So Noo-Noo piping up in the kitchen makes sense. Rollie had just told her that. So why Noo-Noo acting? Why Fauna acting like she don't know what's going on is beyond me because Fauna know what's going on. Fauna know why the girls are switching up and changing. Fauna know this. She no personally. So it's like, why is she acting like she don't understand why Noo-Noo is doing it? Makes no sense to me. But whatever, we just filling in the blanks and filling in the gaps. You know what I'm saying? We're going to act like just to give the scene some gravitas. Whatever the case may be, it is what it is. So both these girls are making sure that they do enough. Let's be clear, all right? Two things can exist and be truthful at the same time. Bam. Then Fauna comes taking her boots off. I don't know why. I don't know why Noo-Noo act like she didn't see that. Because her feet didn't look, that was a small ass table. Her feet didn't look like they was under the table. Her feet looked like they was outside. And then you mean to tell me you ain't see them boots come out your peripheral? You know what I'm saying? But Noo-Noo's still chilling. Then Fauna coming like, you got some white stuff on your mouth. You need some water. Noo-Noo said, why you in my mouth, ho? I don't care what I got. I'm fine. I'm fine. She said, your lace is showing. And it was, that was a horrible wig placement on her. It was horrible. Finally go, she smiled a little bit because she's like, ooh, bitch got me. She smiled a little bit. She like, you want me to push your lace back? Yeah. I still don't understand why Noo-Noo's sitting down. I do not know who this Noo-Noo is. I don't know who her. I don't know who she is. I don't know her. But they still having a casual conversation. Then it gets to the point where Noo-Noo say something, Fauna like put a name on it. Noo-Noo go kill her. Then Fauna gets up and commits to pushing her back. Unbeknownst to Fauna, though, the wig didn't move not one bit. That was a great install. Fauna wig was taken off, though. Fauna had to be moved out. Noo-Noo wanted to get at her. The security didn't let her get at her. I don't know why. I don't know why. The show is about fighting. Y'all telling these girls they not doing enough. So they know they got to fight. Let's be clear. That's the reason why Fauna went in that. Let's be clear. That's the reason why Fauna went in that room. Okay? That's the reason. There's reasons why people are acting up and bucking up on these episodes, okay? So boom. We move past that. And then Summer Noo-Noo gonna quote Summer talking about, I'm still pretty. Girl, no. Let's not quote this girl, okay? Let's not quote this girl, all right? Noo-Noo, I need you to do better. Mariah creates this filler episode or filler scene with tesehki, Biggie, and Ahna talking about the girls came and jumped them and blah, blah, blah. And I wish tesehki was there and blah, blah, blah. Then we get Smiley giving the girl weed packs on the bus. They not supposed to be smoking, but they gonna smoke. Okay, I guess. The girls have a meeting with Lemmy and Natalie, which was a cool meeting. There was no fights, right before the show. No fights, which was great, which was really, really good. I was proud of them. All the girls looked good. Every last one of them looked good. Natalie looked good. Lemmy looked good. Then Lemmy gonna say, that Scotty and Jayla are going to Italy. Lemmy says that he's trying to, upgrade the systems and that they're going to be going to Milan and to get some things done for the company. Everybody like, oh, you going overseas to fix the company? Okay, great. Jayla and Scotty going to be going, to film. Scotty's going to, get her own show, whatever. They're going to film some scenes out the cut. Okay, boom. Then Natalie's face looked a little shocked when he said this. Then Natalie's like, yeah, I'm going to be here and I'm not going to be here either. I got to handle this death of my security guard. It's a lot on me. And so I just need y'all girls to act up and step it up and be who y'all need to be. This sound like Rollie getting a raise. This sound like to me. Jayla come out, she looking good. Janelle come out, she looking good. And I thought that this was a cool moment, a cool scene. I was cool with that. All the girls coming together, they put their arms, their hands together, and they like, Zeus going up. Zeus going up. And he like, nah, say baddies, say baddies. Then he like, let me get off this camera because I'm here too much. Let me get out this camera. Did y'all see the post of that, the picture that let me post it when he said that this is what Scotty see when she look at me? No, ma'am. Scotty does not see some buff 6'4" dude. She don't. Scotty see you. Scotty see the love you bring and the aggravation you bring her. But Scotty damn for sure see a money sign. So let's be clear. Let's be clear. She don't see no 6'4" buff dude because that is not what you are. That's the least thing you are. Yes, indeed. I just had to point that out because I was like, oh, that's cute. But no, she don't see that when she look at you. She don't. Tanisha and Bobby are hosting the reunions. I don't know what I mean. Hosting the reunions, hosting the show. I don't know why. I wouldn't have had Bobby and Tanisha. I don't know. I just Tanisha, sure, not Bobby though. Not Bobby. Not Bobby. Tanisha, Janelle, and Jayla, sure, not Bobby. I don't understand why Bobby there. I mean, I know he worked with Zeus, cool, but other than that, I don't know why he there. It don't make sense to me. But whatever. Gretchen get booed, Summer get booed, Dolly get booed. F Dolly. F Dolly. F Dolly. Dolly talking about, I thought they were saying they wanna Dolly. Dolly. Girl, that's not what you heard. But okay, that sound cute. That sound cute. I guess that is cute. I think Sapphire looked the best on stage though. No shade. I think Sapphire looked the best. Jayla and Summer have a conversation along with Noo-Noo. Noo-Noo is the narrator. She like, so hey, yeah, Summer, how y'all, I mean, Jayla, how you feel about Summer being back on set with you? And are you cool? Jayla like, I ain't got no problem with her. It's whatever. Summer like, yeah, I love Jayla. It's no problem. It's no tea. Then Noo-Noo come and ask Lex, because Lex go to sit down. She like, what's going on with y'all? Y'all gonna be all right? Y'all gonna be cordial? Lex smiling and shit. She like, I guess I can be cordial with this bitch. Girl, you ain't never really had a problem with her for real, for real. Let's be clear. You went to munch on that box for real, for real. Let's be clear. You gloating because you one up on her. You had to one up on her with the fights. Okay, cool. You can gloat, but don't get too sweet now. Jayla and Lex smile. Jayla and Summer smile. And that was a cute moment. Awkward, but cute. Still awkward. But whatever. Jayla moved on past it. The girls moved on past it. That's called maturity. I like that. I like the maturity. Let's go. I like that. Biggie and tesehki were the best performers on this tour thing. I think Biggie was number one. Tesehki was like number two. And then like Natalie, Tinker, Cold Killer, all of them is a collective to round off the three. But Biggie is a star on stage. She knows how to command the stage and she sounds great and she gives great energy. I love that for Biggie. I really do. Gretchen talks about her feeling some sort of way about getting booed. Lex is like, you just got to keep moving on because Gretchen's like, I didn't stop. I didn't let it stop me. You got to keep moving on, whatever the case may be. Suki goes on a rant talking about, yeah, they probably booed you because you were saying the N-word. You can't say the N-word. You're not black. Then Tinker like, well, she got black kids. She can deal with a black man. It is what it is. Suki is like, you still not black, though. Your kids and your man are, but you aren't. You know what I'm saying? She was like, I'm just telling you that's probably why they booed you because you up here saying the N-word and you ain't that. You know what I'm saying? What we saw, we didn't see Gretchen saying the N-word like right off rip, but she was saying it in a performance. Gretchen was like, it's in my song, I'm not changing it. And she was like, I don't understand why y'all have an issue with me saying it, but y'all don't have an issue with everybody else. I understand that, Gretchen. Clock that. Suki said, I don't know who you're talking to, but you're not going to call me no bitch. I'm a black woman. You ain't going to call me no bitch. Like, it is what it is. And, Gretchen like, all right, cool, I understand. No, my bad. It ain't got to be no thing for real, for real. And Suki like, yeah, but you need to understand. And Gretchen's like, okay, I heard you. Like, can we calm it down? Can we pipe it down? Suki like, yeah, no, but we not piping it down. It is what it is. And then, Gretchen is like trying to be diplomatic about the situation, but she is, start calling her names. Suki start calling her names. Suki said, let me take my boots off. I got to take my boots off. Again, I don't understand why y'all letting these girls tell y'all what they going to do and take your boots off. Or doggone well, you seeing them taking the boots off, but you still not doing nothing. So what's tea on that? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Suki walk up, you know, the girls trying to stop her, get in between. Suki swing on Gretchen, it is what it is. Gretchen trying to get to Suki, she can't get to Suki. Suki swept off, Gretchen swept off. Two different sides of the issue. It's not being met to be a coin. And so Gretchen was like, you know what, that's not cool. Y'all playing on my time. That don't make sense. Y'all need to let me get her, let me get her, let me get her. They're not gonna let her get her. Right? Then Rollie come on stage being messy, telling Sapphire, yeah, Suki just got into an altercation with Gretchen. Now Sapphire's on a rampage, and I believe Sapphire's on this rampage because she don't want to be said that she ain't got her friends back no more. Because her and Suki are cool again. She don't want no issues, no drama. She don't want Suki to be like, oh, see, here we go again. You're not having my back. Because Sapphire really cares about Suki's friendship, let's be clear. And so it is what it is. She go on a rampage. She busts her finger open, not open, but, you know, bent her finger, her hand bleeding. Tesehki like, look, I want to help you. I'm going to slide on whoever I need to slide on. We can't have you fighting because your finger is bent. Ahna was completely over. Her confessional was like, basically, she wanted to call Sapphire a mutt and like calm this bitch down, shoot this bitch down. That's what it was given out from Ahna and her confessionals. I was like, girl, you okay? Like, what's tea? You really that hard pressed about Sapphire? Like, what's going on? Am I the only one that saw it? I know I'm not. But she go all over the place. And I think that there was that video clip that we saw her going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Sapphire flipping up tables and everything. She looked like the beautiful, incredible Hulk. I was like, ooh, wait, I felt bad for Gretchen. But I don't know if I feel bad for Gretchen no more because Gretchen ate this upcoming clip. She said, oh, so you fighting fire? See, what? I said, ooh, Gretchen, stop playing. Gretchen, stop playing. The close of this was that Natalie was still performing. She didn't care because Sapphire comes out on stage, being unprofessional, Sapphire, if I might say. And all the girls are jamming, closing off the show. Natalie closing off the show. Sapphire looking for a microphone. She get on DJ Scott like, what the hell are you doing? Why is you reaching on my DJ booth? Like, what is going on? Like, I'm performing right now. What are you doing? She tries to grab a mic and she like, Gretchen, where are you? I want to see you right now. I'm like, girl, Sapphire, calm down, girl. It's not that big. Suki on stage having a good ass time, girl. Why are you mad? And then Suki laughing at Sapphire because she like, girl, this girl tripping. I'm here having a good time. Why she tripping? Oh, she want to be a good friend now. That's what I got. That's what I got. What did y'all get? What did y'all get? I give this episode like an 8 because it was a well-rounded episode. The editing still is chopped and screwed, and the editing still sucks. But overall, in the Baddies universe, this was an 8 episode. It was dope. What did y'all think about the episode? What did y'all think about what was happening? The tea that I told y'all about Noo-Noo and Tavi? There's more. I'm going to do a Tavi video about all the fights at the auditions in 20 versus 1 and what happened. You want to talk about it? Let's talk about it. Go watch that video. Like this video, like this video, like this video, hype this video, leave comments under this video. I love y'all for being patient. I'm back from vacation. I'm on that with y'all. I love y'all. Doses.